Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for round 3 with Matt and playing Esper Control. Let's get started here. We're definitely keeping this hand, right?
Oh, we're already down a minute. Dang. Yeah, we're keeping.
Oh my god, we're probably gonna lose to a minute. All right, keeping the hand. Now here, I have a question for you. Are we gonna shock with that Hallowed Fountain to potentially have Condemn up or Spell Snare?
I would, especially because we don't know what he's playing. It's not. Doesn't look like Burn. It's probably a twin
Probably,
variant. But
or potentially Grixis.
yeah, Grixis too.
I have a feeling we're gonna see a Thoughtscour or not.
Oh Lord.
Is this Burn?
Oh, if he plays an Idol on turn 2, like.
I will be so happy to have Spell
That's
Snare.
Burn. That's Burn.
Nothing's happened. All right, well, Drowned Catacomb.
Yeah. So Burn is bad.
It can't be Burned. There's no way he would have kept a hand that didn't have, like, they don't have anything in their deck. This is interesting.
What is he doing?
Yeah, it is Burn. He just has a weird hand.
We let that happen.
All right.
The cards we really want to worry about are Eidolon, Boros Charm, and well, those are the big ones that we condemn. The problem is Burn. The matchup heavily depends on basically how many 1-mana cards they get versus like what your answer. I would play the Catacombs, so we have both Negate and Snare mana, and
Think twice if we just Spell Snare something.
yeah.
Yay! This makes me so happy. I'm literally overjoyed. There's not much I like more in this world than Spell Snare and Eidolon.
Yeah.
I hate that card. Think twice in here.
Yeah, so if we're in a good spot if we hit a snap like right away. If we don't, we're in a bad spot because that's just the way this matchup goes. Game 1. The Revelation's actually really good.
Do we flash this back or hold up Negate? Or do we wait?
Play the one in your hand.
That's a good idea, yeah, and then keep up Spell Snare.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of the matchups where the one of Negate is at its best. But like Remand.
Perfect.
And, yeah, Snare. Remand and Dismember are really bad here. Oh, that's so good. So the only bad thing about Snap is it turns their
Searing Blaze on.
yeah, but it's just something we have to.
Do we want and this is my opinion, but I feel like we don't necessarily need to flashback Think Twice unless we would miss a land. But if we wait, then we can flash it back and hold up Negate.
Yeah. I definitely think we just take our turn here.
Okay, I'm gonna pass.
Yep.
So how do we not die? Like, how do we eventually kill him in time?
Snapcaster. And the man lands. Like, we will always follow the like one spell from dead, like regardless of what we do.
I think we negate that, right?
No, we snap path, get it out, and then we have a negate or not path, snare.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then if he's Searing Blazes snap, we'll negate that.
Yeah.
This is
He looks pretty flooded here, which is good.
Yeah, this is actually working out very well compared to how this matchup sometimes goes.
Mm-hmm. We Snare is your best card here, and then again Negate's really good, and then you need snaps, and the fact that we have a Rev.
I have a feeling he's going to go for a Searing Blaze here, but we'll see. Or maybe he's just going to Bolt Snap. No, this feels like a Searing Blaze.
Fine.
Or just another Boros Charm, maybe.
If he's tapping, yep, we negate that.
Wow, this is working out exceptionally well. He's at 2 cards and we're at 15 life. Just not normally how this matchup goes.
That's rough. That's one of the. That's a good card against us.
Well, we still got Searing Blazed, but
only for 1.
Yeah, that's true. Do we just 1, 2, 3? Okay, so we can't attack with Colonnade yet. Do we bounce Grim?
I think we see if he plays a spell and then.
Well, if he untaps, he can definitely activate Grim. I'm just kind of thinking about slowing him down. Like if we cryptic bounce, if we bounce Grim and then draw, the next turn we can start colonnading him. But we also have these Think Twices and a Rev,
Yeah,
so I'll let you make the call.
Sphinx's Rev is going to be worth two spells from him. So I would personally pass it back here.
Okay.
Because if we take 2 damage from the Grim Lawmancer, I'm not too upset. We can actually even. He's not doing anything. So the most he can deal to us right now
is 6
is 9.
Plus 7 is 8. Well, no, I guess if those are Boros Charms.
Yeah.
But it's unlikely he's already cost 2.
I think I think we want to feel him out and flashback one of the Think Twices. Because we want to hit lands right now, and we also want to hit a removal spell for that Lawmancer so we can deal with it permanently. See if he runs anything out into the 2 mana. Because the goal of the matchup is to be able to we just take our turn now.
Okay.
We don't want to completely tap out if he's not gonna fire off.
Play the Delta pass.
Yeah. And then we can bounce his Lavamancer end of his turn. So we're taking 4 damage from the Lavamancer, but we have the Revelation, which gives us a lot more breathing room than we normally do. And I just wish we had an Esper Charm to draw everything out.
Yeah. Do we just pass here?
Yeah, I would.
Alright, so we're at 12.
The danger is falling below 5 life. Okay, so now we can counter that and then bounce the Lavamancer. He might fire it off in response, but if he tries replaying it, we have Logic Knot for it. And then we untap with a large Sphinx's Rev.
It'll take like forever to find that. Alright,
I wouldn't let it happen.
That's weird.
That's even better.
Maybe he thinks he can. What would he? So just go ahead and.
We can Logic Knot for.
We probably do. We want to fetch into an island?
What's I need to see our graveyard, so we can Snap. We can exile Cryptic. We can exile. Negate, we can exile. Or no, we can snare.
Well,
yeah, crack the Fetchkin Island. The whites.
It puts what I was gonna say is it puts a land in there so that we can.
Yeah, it makes it a lot better.
All right, so what do you want to delve away?
So Logic Knot tapping out. So then we only need to exile Delta and Snap.
X is 3, alright.
So then he'll fire off. Oh, that's good.
Well, I mean, he is representing a Tarkus command.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3. We have 3. We have 8 mana.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can activate a Colonnade, which would put him at Let's see. Right now he's on a. Well, he's on a. It's going to take 5 Colonnade attacks, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate Colonnade.
We're safe to activate Colonnade and swing here, and then hold up, think twice, man. Because the worst he's gonna do to us is bring us to 4. Which is not.
I was trying to do the math just to see like what were all the turn? Like if we draw some more lands, what would we? If we can start activating Tar Pit as well, but
yeah.
Just trying to like figure out how many turns it would take. Wow, I'm so glad we didn't like greedily fire off a rev there.
Yeah.
So what flashback could think twice at the end of the turn?
Yeah, and then if he fires off, we. Okay, yeah. Flashback to think twice, and then just slam the rev and laugh.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is, how many cards are we gonna rev for?
All of it.
Well, no, I know that, but I don't want to discard anything, so I think we're just gonna do it as an upkeep, if it's enough for. Because we're gonna.
Oh yeah.
1, 2. You're right. It would be. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd have 8 cards in hand.
Yeah, because we hit the land drops. You're right.
So I don't want to discard any cards.
I'm thinking too fast. You were very correct there. Because then.
Yeah. Nice. Wow, that is, man. Winning game 1 against Burn is like so important and so rarely happens.
It's the best feeling.
Okay. I'm just gonna start moving stuff to the side while you think.
Firewalkers come in. Tasigur comes in. Duresses come in. Dispel comes in. Cliques come in. Pulse of the Field comes in, and Purge comes in.
We have a lot of stuff to bring in.
Yeah, we take out the board wipes, most of the think twices, and the White Sun.
Oh, let me bring these in now.
Oh, Remand and Dismember come out.
Yeah, Remand's pretty gross. All right, let's see. 62 cards.
I like taking out
2 think twice. That puts us at 60. You didn't mention taking out some think twice. Cryptics are pretty slow.
I would take out then.
But think twices don't do much either.
Cryptic and then another think twice and bring in the 2 Cliques.
You like Clique?
Oh, Clique's great because it gives us another clock. They're likely taking out their Searing Blazes.
Yeah, that's fair. And
it lets us see what to play around.
I usually end up boarding my Cliques out in this matchup when I play the Geist deck, only because I feel like, and maybe I haven't played it enough, but I've gotten them Searing Blaze a number of times, and their deck's so redundant that paying 3 to like make them put a card on the bottom and then letting them draw another one just didn't seem like it really does anything. But that's also a deck with Geists and other like ways to pressure them, so there is that.
It's different because they're typically going to be bringing out Searing Blazes for stuff like.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off, but what else are we cutting?
Another Think Twice.
Okay, we'll submit this. Sorry, what were you saying?
Think Twice feels really bad against Eidolon. And your goal is to match them 1 for 1 until you get your win con down or like a Firewalker or something. So Clique is good because if they throw a removal spell into it, that's great. This hand's great. Yeah,
I was going to say Snare and Duress, so I guess we can...
We fetch a Hallowed Fountain end of their turn, and...
Well, they're on the play, so we may end up having to get like an island.
I'm sorry, I thought we were on the play. Okay, this is actually bad to 1-drops then. But I think we risk it.
Well, the downside is if a lot of times he had a really bad hand, and I feel like they always have either turn 1 Goblin Guide or turn 1 Swift Spear. They have 8 creatures, and we have no way to deal with the creatures, so we need to consider that. I don't know if that means we mulligan or not, but
too fast.
This would be obviously a lot better if we're on the play.
Yeah.
Like Duress trades with a burn spell, Spell Snare trades with potentially Boros Charmer and Eidolon, but if he goes like turn 1 Goblin Guide, we're going to take a lot of damage off that Goblin Guide, and we're just going to have to hope that we draw into a removal spell, and that feels really gross. But
I think you're right then in mulliganing. It's a disciplined mulligan. I think you're right.
Oh my god, I hate doing this because like I feel like we're going to click it and it's going to be like no lands or like something terrible.
Yeah.
Are we mulliganing or not? Ultimately, your decision.
Yeah, let's do it. Balls to the wall.
Well, hey, that could be useful.
That's good. Like the rest of it's terrible.
Do we keep this?
I would.
All right.
I don't want to go 5.
Yeah.
Especially because we have
like we have 2 life gain spells.
Best sideboard card. So.
Yeah.
Again, we're still weak to the creature.
Which is coming.
Yeah.
There's no way this is a lava spike. That's just... It's so rare to not have a creature on turn 1. It's gonna be a guide, yeah.
Alright, give us a basic island off the top.
Oh, well, he got a land drop out of the way.
Oh, cool.
I guess it's just Colonnade.
Yeah.
Real the Drowned Catacomb.
26 lands.
And an Esper Charm. Alright, so we have 9 cards in hand. Which land do we want to play out here?
I'm feeling good about Mystic Gate. Cause it's...
That allows us to keep up a Negate.
Yeah.
But then we can't...
We want Negate up.
I was going to say the only other thing is...
Delta.
Well,
tapped.
Delta we could use Delta to get a swamp or something, and then Drowned Catacomb could come into play if we needed it to.
It's those 4 lands are gonna be our first 4 land drops, pretty much. It's just the order.
So we'll play the Mystic Gate, and what are we gonna discard? We
discard.
Maybe the Delta, just because that's the land we have to take damage from.
Oh man, we have to discard.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We keep the Delta because it keeps the Drowned Catacombs online.
That's,
So I think the Watery Grave goes.
Okay.
Because we want to do something on turn 3 and turn 2.
I wish he had a Spell Snare because I don't want him to idle on us. So he did miss a land drop, so we're kind of a little lucky right now. Again. Oh no, there's a land drop.
A Tarkus Command would be beautiful here. Man, that skill that we have right there.
We've drawn so many cards off our Goblin Guide. I know it's going to be an Eidolon. I just feel it in my bones. I'm so sad. Oh, he's telegraph. He's making it look like he's got a Tarkas in hand. Duress is interesting. We could Delta to get a swamp, Duress, and still keep up a Negate. But we're dying to Goblin Guide.
Yeah, that guide is just eating us. I think we hold the Duress because Duress is going to be live still. I think if we play the Delta, then we can play one of our 3-mana spells, and then next turn Duress and play the other 3-mana spell.
Okay.
Or we get Pulse of the Fields back. Because once we finally deal with this guide, if we're able to get there, the Pulse will win the game. It sucks that we're having to take so much here from the guide, and we got to discard again.
Yeah.
The fountain goes then. This is just an unfortunate.
I wonder if we're making a mistake. I wonder if we made a mistake by not playing the Tarpit, which could eventually block the Goblin Guide.
That's a fair point. It's a very fair point.
Do we pulse in response to this? It sort of counters it. Or do we see if we Esper Charm him for 2 cards, then we're gonna basically be taking 6 and going to 5. Ugh, this is all so gross.
Yeah. I think we pulse.
All right, I'm gonna get a swamp then.
Yeah, this is not fun.
Why didn't it? Oh no! Now I really screwed up. It didn't go back to our hand. Ugh.
Oh. Oh my god! No, it was my fault. Entirely my fault.
No, that was my fault. I know how that card works.
Okay.
We're just really dying.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. This is what was supposed to happen last game. We just kind of flipped it around.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
concede.
Yeah, they're not coming back from this.
That's fine. We're expected to burn is always a.
Do we want Purge over Think Twice because it kills Goblin Guides?
Oh, and Purge wasn't in already?
No.
Oh.
I just realized we didn't bring it in.
It should have been in, yeah. Yeah. Think Twice is not good here. We want as many.
All right. Submit that then.
I wish we could.
God, Burn is such a crappy matchup.
Yeah.
Every time I play Esper Control on Moto, like especially when I do it with somebody, I feel like we play lots of Burn.
That's how I felt at the GP. I played 4 Burn decks.
Do you listen to the Spike Feed podcast at all?
No. I've never heard of it.
Well, you should. It's a good. It's a quality show. But I had their main host Curtis Nauer on to play Esper Control, and we were just playing in 2-mans, and I think we played against 3 Burn decks or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's pretty terrible. So we're gonna play first.
This is everything we want.
Yeah, we have removal. We have. I would almost even consider like Flooded Strand to get a Plains. In case for the turn 1 Goblin guy, that way we take 1 less life overall. I'll let.
The ish. I really want to agree there, but it's awkward because we have 2 lanes we want to play in tapped too.
I mean, this is true.
And we want to be able to hit 2 and.
Then 3. let's just lead with Colonnade because maybe if he just has if it's a Swift Spear, we just take 1, then we're not really saving ourselves anything.
Yeah.
And then if he just suspends a Lava Spike or something, then
Riftbolt probably comes. Riftbolt.
That's what I meant. I meant Riftbolt. No, he kept on Riftbolt.
Really? No, he kept it. Okay. Here we played a Strand. And if he plays Eidolon, we just take the 2, path at end of the turn, and then fetch something. His three.
We're letting Riftbolt resolve, right?
Happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the big ones are the Boros Charms and the life gain preventing ones.
Man, so gross. We showed him Pulse of the Fields and didn't even do anything with it. Terrible. Grim has resolve.
Yeah, we're gonna have to path that here.
And we're gonna let Lava Spike resolve.
Correct.
Okay.
The one nice thing is that the first unless he's beating down heavily with the guide or Swift Spear, the first 5 burn spells don't matter. It's the ones that kill you that really matter. So you can use these open turns to set up.
Yeah, no, I'm just.
It sounds weird, but
No. It's just it's the burn spells that kill you that matter. I'm like, yes, those are the ones. Always, those are the ones. Well, I mean, I don't feel like we're doing the worst. He's got 3 cards in hand. Did he mulligan? This thing wasn't even moving down here. I don't know why it's doing that.
The question is, do we?
He mulliganed to 6.
Okay, so we fetch a Watery Grave here because we took out the charm. Or no,
we have a grave in hand.
Yeah, but if Duress comes up, we're gonna want additional black mana.
This is true.
The only thing we need double white for here is the Kor.
Do we just Esper Charm him?
I think we do. I think we do. I think you are correct.
Because that's gaining 6, or maybe even 7 if one of them's a Boros Charm. I'm glad you can't accidentally make them draw 2 cards. That would be the worst So he just discarded 2 lands.
You can accidentally make yourself... Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's both good and bad. Like...
Yeah.
That's fine, because it means he's... Oh my lord, that was an awful draw.
So he's at 0 cards. We're at 9 life.
The next thing we do, and then we try to get snapped out as soon as possible.
All right, Colonnade, right?
Yeah. Wow, that was just brutal. Here we can safely snap path and start getting the beats on. Because as it stands, since he's already in top deck mode, we're probably going to win this race.
Yeah, no, we're feeling pretty good, especially if we can draw a way to gain life. Watery Grave tapped, right?
Yeah.
And we have a negate for whatever burn spell he does draw. And if he draws another creature, we have a path.
Now, the fact I'm very intrigued what he boarded here, if anything, because he's not cracking the foothills, meaning he is running Searing Blaze still. Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, we just colonnade now. We just.
You don't want to pulse yet.
Okay, so he cracks. Worst case scenario, we go to 5 or we go to 6 and we lose our snap. But
that's true.
On a really quick clock here. And then if he does get something really good here, we can take a step back and then pulse once.
Yeah, we do have Pat too. So all of his creature draws are dead for him.
That's just brutal though.
He's just fetching to try to thin here.
Yeah. What?
We just pat that.
Yeah. And then we actually win right now because we just dome him and then he can't draw out. So that was insanely lucky on our part.
I feel like we just beat Burn with Esper Control. I feel like we are the champions.
Yeah, that's how it always feels.
God, that second match though, man, we just got run over.
Yeah, and then at the end there wasn't even a game.
It's so important to have some removal. Jeez,
yeah.
You don't draw a path. Goblin Guy does 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
They get 10 damage for that 1 mana. You're not surviving that.
The way I look at it is I look at in that matchup. So I take out the board wipes because they're too slow. I take out Dismember because we can't afford the life thing, and then I end up looking at Snapcaster and Vendilion Clique oftentimes as removal spells.
Yeah, like Ambush Viperina, Goblin Gate or something.
Yeah. So the way it ends up is they have 8 hasty 1-drops, and then that gives us 5 1-mana white spells, 3 snaps, 2 clicks, and then the purge. So technically we have more answers than they have hasty dudes. Yeah, usually it's unavoidable that we tank damage from some 1-drops. Oh, and then the Firewalkers brick wall them too.
Oh yeah, we didn't even draw Firewalker.
But yeah, bring in 10 cards in that matchup because we can and we need to.
Well, I feel like I do think, I don't know if we punted, it could be considered a punt. I definitely think we made a mistake game 2 not realizing that we needed to play the manland early so that we could use it as a blocker.
I completely agree with you. That was an oversight.
Yeah, that was a mistake. But that match also was just even if we had done that, I think we might have struggled to win because I think he just sort of had that hand that's difficult for us to beat.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Did we was the What is that? What is the blue black man land again? What's it called?
Creepy Tar Pit?
Yeah, was Tar Pit was it on our opener? Because I think it was.
It was.
Yeah, maybe we should have just led with Tar Pit. I don't know. Well, anyway, okay, so that was round 3.
Yeah,
2 to go.
We played a Colonnade over the Tar Pit, I think. But then it also gets iffy because we need double white for the Firewalker. So if we draw a Firewalker...
Yeah, that is also true. Double white for Firewalker, double white for Pulse.
That's one of the conflicting things is the sideboard cards. So like the Duresses want black, but then the Firewalkers want double white right away. So it gets a little iffy, especially because I used to have a Godless Shrine in the deck. But I cut it because I just too often I was missing the blue for the Logic Knot. Or
even potentially even Cryptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I play the deck a little bit, like I said. I mean, not nearly as well as you do. I have a lot of practice ahead of me with this deck, but I definitely do not. The deck has a lot of strict mana requirements. You need triple blue, you need triple white, you need double white. I mean, you gotta have basically blue. All your dual lands need to be blue. I think I don't. You know what I might consider, and I'm pulling up your list here. Is not that list. Maybe you just need to give up one of the Ghost Quarters for a third Hallowed Fountain. That way you can always fetch for that extra white source.
Yeah, to be honest, like there was that game that we played earlier where we really, really wanted that third Hallowed Fountain, but I honestly have not had that situation where like we needed that third weight like right then come up before, which is weird, but I've typically found like the Ghost Quarters, which you want as many land destruction lands as possible because of Tron, because of Inkmoth Nexus, because in the black-green decks they run man lands as threats. So as much as like we want the mana to be as good as possible, the land destruction is a necessary evil because there's just so many lands that are huge threats in the format.
You might, I don't know, like there's a Frank Karsten article where he does all the math calculation on lands and then talks about the minimum number that you should have in a deck, and you only have 16 white sources, counting Mystic Gate, counting as 2. I think it was 16. Let me double check again. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to count the Ghost Quarters. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're not counting Ghost Quarters at 16, and you do need double white on turn 2.
4.
I'm sorry, turn 4. I was thinking
Firewalker
for a second.
I guess 2 for the sideboard.
The deck might want another white source. I don't know. We'll do some research, but let's go ahead and close this video down, and we'll see all of you guys and ladies for round 4.